Okay, it says we're live, so let me go ahead and get our poll started. So, which beverage? I should say, which beverage fuels your writing? Coffee, tea, and let's see, should I put an other or an all of the above? um, there we go. All right. So our poll is now live. It's now available. Okay. So coffee, tea, water, all the drinks. All the drinks. Um, so that's our poll for today. Um, yesterday there was not a stream because I went to the Renaissance Festival with Bestie and Bestie's baby. And it was a lovely time. So it was great. It was good. I don't think any of us got sunburned. So my friend is a strawberry blonde ginger, very, very pale. And so is the baby. And they burn quite easily. So Bestie was the one who several years ago let me know that 100 SPF exists. And so since then, I've only bought 70 or 100. And so that has been sort of, we both had 100 SPF. She had a baby safe one for baby, but it was, she reapplied like, I want to say 3 or 4 times while we were there. And we were only there for like maybe 4.5 hours, 4.5 hours. But yeah, so I got hair stick number 1 and hair stick number 2. Those were, besides food, that was the only thing I purchased this year. We were more interested in sort of like going around. We did watch the historical glass blowing demonstrations because that's always one of the things that I like to do, is sort of like watch them make stuff. So that was what, so we watched them. Also, I was really excited because years and years ago, there was a guy that I've always described it as sort of like an organ that instead of pipes, it is hooked up to bells. And I think the term for it is carillon, or carillon. I'm not sure if there's a second I in there. Anyway, so I have a CD from him from a long, long ago, called Cast in Bronze. That's his band name, I guess, or his music's name. And I remember like the third time that I saw him years ago, he was off of one of the main stages. And he was, I went to go like see him and whatnot, and he wasn't playing at the moment because he was trying to repair the machine or the organ or whatever you call it. Because they had broken something in shipping it between Renaissance festivals, because he traveled with the Renaissance Festival. And so he apparently was having trouble getting it shipped properly. And also it was probably really expensive to like move it, however they decided to move it. So I haven't seen him there in years, and he was there today. He was there yesterday. I was so excited, but it was like in between his sets, so I couldn't, and he had his like briefcase closed, and so I couldn't see if there was a new CD or not. So I was kind of sad about that. But I also knew that the decibel level of the bells was a little too much for the babies, because my bestie also had some additional family friends that came, and they have a baby who's 3 weeks older than Bestie's baby. So I was like, yeah, that's okay. But now that I know that they're back, I can always go again. But yeah, so that was fun. So yeah, I spent yesterday doing that, being at the festival. So Stacy says, I have a meeting, so I'm going to try and jump in later, but you wanted to hit the like button and see if the poll was up early. It was not. I apologize. But you're going to go get some more tea. So I have a hint as to what your choice would be. Tessa says, hello, everyone. You're here at the moment, but I might have to leave and take a nap. The meds make you so tired. That's understandable. Yeah. Becca says, hello. Although I love tea, I literally just got back from Starbucks, so I'll have to vote for coffee or all the drinks. Monique says, I go between coffee and tea depending on my mood. Gotcha. Yes. Monique says, ideally, I love French press coffee, but too much coffee and you get jittery, anxious, and cannot focus. Yeah. So your vote will be for tea. Gotcha. Diamond says, hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Hope your day is going well. You're working on a new texting story first, and then you're going to be doing part 2 of the story that you worked on yesterday. Nice. Moving right along. Laura says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Comet is here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Comet. Tessa says hi to Laura. Laura says hi to Tessa. Becca says hi to Laura. Laura says hi to Becca. All the hellos. Rachel says, hello, everybody. Hello. How are you? Rachel says, I will return. I have 70-ish more emails to get through before you dive into writing, but you need a break. Yes, emails deserve a break. CB says tea, but it has to be lemon, ginger, or English breakfast tea. Gotcha. Okay. Francis says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Monique says, right now I have British afternoon tea. I have water right now. I just finished coffee not too long ago. Monique says, I need to make lunch. And also purple is my color. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I think I have, as much as I like some of the pastel colors, I think jewel tones are a little bit better for my skin colors. So, Becca says, yes, all the drinks. That is definitely you. Yes. Paget says, I cannot believe it's going to be May. Yes. You swear it still feels like it's Groundhog Day. Yeah. CB has mostly diet soda. Also a fair point. Yes. Yes, I did have fun at the fair. It was fun. Cool Gamer says, hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Paget says, same to Becca, except for toddies, unless you want to write wandering short stories on a typewriter that seem to be brilliant at the time and borderline crazy the next day. They are some cool hair sticks. I think these are supposed to mimic kind of lily of the valley shape, but they've got purple roses on them. And then a sort of like a purplish glass bead. So CB says, I use the kids SPF 100 because it is squirtable. Also a good point. You love the hair sticks. Me too. We stopped by one of the little stalls on our way in, and because she had some cool stuff, the vendor there, and ear cuffs and hair sticks and hair wraps and that kind of stuff. And I saw that she had the dragon hair stick because, of course, it's a dragon, so it's going to catch my eye. So that's why I got the silver one, because I do normally wear silver more often than gold, but I have been wearing gold more lately. And usually when I'm wearing gold, I'm also wearing purple, which is why I got the purple flower in the gold medal. But anyway, she was super nice. She saw Bestie's baby and was like, oh, by the way, do you know we have a petting zoo in the back, and showed us where it was on the map. Y'all, we tried to find it like 4 times and still never found the petting zoo before we left. Maybe a different year. It's okay. But yeah, we came back to her because I had seen the dragon stick, hair stick. So Becca says, I pulled the mouse today. Okay, the card of mouse. So you needed that message considering where your brain is everywhere today. Focus, pay attention, handle one thing at a time, honor your perceptions. Yes. Yes, yes. You like the hair sticks? They're really nice colors. Thank you. Jordan doesn't get sunburned. Oh, nice. But you get a nice tan color on your arms. Um, what color is your hair? My hair is brown. I've got a little bit more gray in it than I used to. But yeah, so I've brown with a smattering of gray every once in a while. Megan says, hello, hello, welcome. Yes, I figured. Thank you. I figured that you meant me. Yeah. You're asking what color hair is because you can't see it. Yes. And you have another question you want to ask. Okay. Tessa says hi to Megan. Jordan says, when you guys have been writing stories and you have female characters, started protagonists, do you find because they have red hair, that means they have a strong, fiery personality? That is a connotation that a lot of authors use. But I've also seen it where I've seen it done where in the fantasy story, I guess maybe not even in some stories. If so, M. Night Shyamalan did this in the movie The Village. The female protagonist in that movie had red hair or ginger hair, and her hair color was considered bad luck because it was reminiscent of blood. And so there was some connotations with that, but that was the way that the culture of the village was built. And so in some cultures, red would be seen as sort of like fiery, aggressive. Some cultures, it would sound like maybe an ill omen. Some cultures, red is lucky, so red would be a good color. But a lot of times red was not necessarily seen as like a normal color. And so it was kind of like a standout color. So in some ways, red hair is meant to stand out a little bit more especially in fiction. So yeah, oftentimes it does mean that they have like either a stronger or an more independent, or that is the goal of what they will become after they have their character growth and development. Megan said hi to Tessa. Jordan said hey to Megan. Hey, Tessa. Just to let you know, this is Jordan. You're following you on Instagram at the moment. Yay. Laura says, I just applied for a time slot to pitch Seeds of Doubt to a literary agent at StokerCon in May. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Laura. Cross my fingers, knock on wood. Send good vibes. I'm so excited. Oh, that's going to be so good. Good luck with StokerCon and Seeds of Doubt. Good luck. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Yes. Megan says, hi to Jordan. Good to see you. It's been a while. How have you been? Megan says to Laura, fingers, toes, and elbows crossed. Yes. Laura says, thanks, Megan. The reason why you're asking about the characters is because in Winx Club, before the kids version, Bloom gets angry and she has red hair. So yes, that would be the connotation in that context then. Yes. Would that be the anger and the fieriness and sort of aggression and burning with anger? Yeah. CB says, I have water right now as well. Thursday is the 26th anniversary of the Battle of Hogwarts. That is impressive to me that you memorize and know these things. So Jordan says, because she has Dragonfire or Dragon Flame in the Italian dub, she gets mad when she transforms transforms when she's a begin. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yes. Yes. So Miss Ocampo, Monique agrees, fiery redhead is a trope for sure. Jordan says to Megan, I'm good. I'm actually visiting a day service today to start my future plans outside your service for the blind in Ireland. CB says, I was at a disability group meeting today and had to come home early because you were super dizzy. Oh no, which means your blood pressure was likely low. Took a nap when you got home. Okay, good. Megan says that sounds promising to Jordan. Hope it turns out the way you'd like in terms of the plans outside of the service for the blind. That'd be exciting. Hopefully it goes good. Pepper Potts has red blonde hair and she has a fiery personality. Yes. But again, comic book, especially in visual media, I think that this tends to be a little bit more obvious because they want to make that symbolic connection between red and fire, or red and aggression more clear. Because with writing, you can do that in a multitude of ways, but with visual, there's a different set of ways that you have to show it. Becca is excited about the meeting with the literary agent for Laura. I'm so excited. Yes. Becca says, Laura, that's amazing. Send all the good vibes. Eep. It's exciting. Keiko says, hi. Hello. Booping the like button and still being sick. Oh no. I hope you feel better soon. I hope you feel better. Pepper's hair is a little bit more red than Ginger in the comics, and in the films, she's more blonde because Gwyneth Paltrow isn't 21 anymore. Alrighty. Okay, so tomorrow's the last day of April. I have already achieved my writing numbers for the month. That is done. You can see in the Kanban board, I'm into the darker blue, which is actually May's word count. So I am good in terms of word count. So I'm going to be spending some of today in my bullet journal because I decided that I decided on a theme. I did the 2 cover pages on Saturday before I left for meeting up with Bestie. So here is May's theme. I went with the sort of like May flowers, but I have the gold watercolor accents. So I have sort of like arches and circles, and gold is the idea. And then really bold black font with flowers and butterflies. So I also pulled Nora Roberts' mantra from an interview. No, not from an interview, from her blog post on how she writes, what her process is. So her mantra is stop making excuses and write, stop whining and write, stop fucking around and write. And I kind of love that. So that's the quote, which I don't normally have a quote for the month. But that's the quote. That's the quote from Nora Roberts. And so that is this general aesthetic is what I want. So I pulled out again my, I have pearlescent fine tech watercolors, the gold set. And this one is the one I'm using. I don't know what the color name is. I don't know. It's just, that's the one I'm using. So yeah, so I'm going to be setting up my bigger calendar because I have this little like teeny tiny calendar. But I need a space to write more like appointments and stuff. And then I've got to figure out how I want my weeks done. Because I don't really want to be pulling out this watercolor palette the whole, like every week. So I may either do it 2 weeks at a time, or I may set up the entire month. I'm not sure in terms of at least the gold watercolor and maybe the black accent lines. So yeah. CB1 camp last weekend. Yay! You need to figure out dinner as well. So you're going to probably have some pizza and some form of potatoes. Very pretty. Thank you. I appreciate it. Your spreads always inspire me. Very pretty. Thank you. I'm pleased. I'm taking most of my stickers from it's a paper studio, so I guess a Hobby Lobby set. So I pulled all of the ones with the clear backing, the PET, I guess. Your goal for this stream is to finish editing chapter 10. Also, you're going to be taking care of the kitchen sink. Excellent. Good. Marcella says, I don't think I'll be finished with my first draft by the end of Nano like I hoped, but it won't be long after, which is also perfectly fine. Brainstorming how to work 2 minor antagonists into your story a little bit better. They are important for other supporting character arcs. Nice. Excellent. Good, good. Always love a good multitude of antagonists. Keeps your protagonists and side characters on their toes, right? Francis says, my goal today is May planning and writing an action scene. Okay. I should probably pull a card now that we're 20 minutes in. Okay, so we have 2 that want to come out at the same time. We have the squirrel and we have the cat. So both sort of orange autumn colors. We have from the cat, claim your independence. And we have squirrel, believe in yourself. So there you go. That's your double-ended message for today is you have to believe into yourself, claim your independence, set your boundaries, stick to them. It's okay to do what you need on your own. So there you go. There's our 2 cards for the day that have just won. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and set us up for a timer. Timer. Okay, and again, don't forget to vote in the poll, coffee, tea, water, or all the drinks. Those are your choices for today. Share the screen. CB is drafting book 1 over again so that you can edit it in July if you can figure out the math for an editing goal for Camp Nano. Gotcha. Monique pulled the 7 of Wands. Okay, 7s, I think, are choices. Is that right? I'll have to look it up. Cool, just in time for the card or cards. I did have fun at the Ren Fair. Thanks. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so we're going to do 25 minutes. Hopefully that will be enough for me to sketch out the how I want my tasks and actions page set up, and then also go ahead and do the gold painting for those 2 pages. That way it can dry while we are chatting. That's my goal for this sprint. At least that much. Yeah. All right. I'm also going to go ahead and pull. Okay, 7 of Wands. Protectiveness, standing up for yourself, defending yourself, and protecting territory. Okay. All right. There you go then. I'm going to have to start refreshing my memory and doing more. Doing more tarot practice because I feel like I'm losing my memorization of things. Okay. I've also pulled up the document that I think I'm going to be working on after I finish the bullet journal. We'll see if we get there today or not. But yeah, so, okay. 1, save your document. 2, take a sip of water or whatever you have to drink. Coffee, tea, water, soda. Cheers. Margarita if it's after 5. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check and make sure that you are not slouching too much. 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I got a little further than I thought in terms of um I got both layers of gold. Over here are dry. Over here is still a little bit uh, wet, so I'm going to let this page dry a little bit more before going back to write on this. Um, and then once I've written all the black on there, then I'll be able to put stickers everywhere. So there's that. I don't know if you guys enjoy having that view while I'm doing things, or if you just like don't want it there as a distraction or what. But so if it annoys you, tell me. If you enjoy it, tell me. If you're kind of meh about it, then meh. I don't know. But yeah. We also are very wonky now that I have moved you. So Monique backed up chapter 10 and wrote a new end scene. Lovely. On to chapter 11, and after that, you're going to be cleaning the kitchen. Excellent. Diamond finished your first texting story. Now on to part 2 of the story you were working on yesterday. By the way, love the gold color you chose for the window, for the arch. Yes. Yeah, and then once I add the flowers, it'll be a little bit better. It'll be even better. Is 14 years old enough to have coffee? So there are medical reasons why it's probably not a good idea, because age 14, most people's bodies are still going through some form of puberty. And there have been, coffee is essentially a drug, caffeine anyway. And so to have someone overly reliant on something, even at that age, is not a good thing. To form those sort of like dependency habits at that young. And also there are medical research that point out that it's not necessarily a good thing for someone young and still developing to have caffeine, and sometimes it can impact their heart and blood pressure long term, as well as other things. But so like, quick answer, probably not. So, but I mean, it depends. It depends on how you want your characters to do. If your characters like the caffeine but not the sugar, coffee is a better. But I mean, you could always go with tea as well. But if they're like trying to seem tough, black coffee probably is like the way to go. Or you could always do chicory coffee instead of like real coffee, things like that. But again, like I don't necessarily know what the health drawbacks are for chicory coffee as opposed to regular coffee. Things like that. So it's like, generally you should not be having caffeine that young. No. Do people do it all the time? Yes, absolutely. I think most of my high schoolers, when I was teaching high schoolers, the majority of them had some form of caffeine either before or upon arriving at school. So they either had it at home, or they brought a soda, or they like got coffee on the way, or they like just some form of caffeine. Yes. So most modern 14 and up do have some sort of caffeine at this point. It's because our schools start so early. They start ridiculously early. Anyway, CB says I was drinking coffee at 9. Yeah. I mean, people do it. It's not necessarily medically recommended. Leslie wrote 414 words about a Christian singer, Mandisa, who passed away last week. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know that. CB says, by the time you turned 14, you weren't drinking it anymore because it became a migraine trigger. Gotcha. Francis really likes the art cam. Okay, good. Monique also likes the art cam. Yay. Becca says, trying to finish up my 90-day video. I can't believe it comes out tomorrow. It does come out tomorrow. Ooh, yay. I'm excited. But also, I'm sure that is a little stressful for you to try and finish it. It's a lot of information to go in one video for sure. CB says, no words, but dinner was procured. Excellent. Good. Excellent. All right. I think we are good. No gold in my hand. So I think I'm good to start the next like black outlining and information stuff. I was thinking about whether or not I wanted to do gold lines underneath the titles on the right-hand page. And I may do that after I finish doing all the black lines on the right-hand page before I go back to the left page. I may do that. That way it has time to dry. But yeah. Guess you'll have Gabby drink soda then. Her superpower is that her excess energy gives her ninja powers. Okay, so is she naturally energetic then? Because there are some people that you meet that how do I put this? Their natural energy levels are like a 1950s housewife on medication, if that makes sense to you. So does she have that level of energy naturally, or is that just like, is her normal level fine? And then anytime she gets super hyped is when she gets excess powers. Marcella says, I didn't write too much in my document. You were using ChatGPT to help generate some ideas for the minor antagonist. I use AI sparingly. I will never write scenes with it, but it can be helpful. As a brainstorming tool, probably. Yeah, I would think so. CB says, when I drink coffee, it was 1 cup per day. I would also drink tea with milk and sugar in the same day. So there was a math teacher at the school that I worked at. He drank 2 full pots of coffee every day. Sometimes more. Elizabeth says, my brother and sister-in-law let my niece and nephews have a cup of coffee that was mostly milk and sugar when they were around 14, and it was decaf. Decaf gets most of the caffeine out. It can't get all of it out, but it can get most of the caffeine out. Your 14-year-old protagonist loves coffee. Only very sweet coffees with like ice lattes, but yeah, fresh frappuccinos and stuff. Yeah. Gabby is naturally outgoing, energetic, ADHD coded. Gabby's a lot like a kid at heart. Gotcha. Okay. Gabby's ninja powers are based on the monk class from D&D. Ooh, interesting. Specifically with the drunken fist, but it's in her case, it's caffeine instead of alcohol. That's kind of fun. Diane says, hello, welcome. Megan finished your laundry, did a little bit of writing as well. Funky, finally made it. Yay! Excellent. Diane says, you're learning more about Ream and the subscription options for authors. Funky says, hola, peeps. Hola. CB says, sometimes when I was a kid, my mother and I were out somewhere. I would finish her cappuccino sometimes. Yeah. Diane is excited to see Funky. All right, y'all. Second sprint is the self-promo sprint. So make sure that you do some self-promo in the chat. Also, make sure that you remember that if you are not subscribed, please consider it. And also, please consider subscribing to all of your fellow writers. And also, remember that if you have a book out recently, book on sale, book out soon, make sure that you let us know where to find it. Hint, hint, Becca. Make sure that you pop a link if you have a blue wrench in the chat. Otherwise, just let us know where to find it. Yeah. All right, here we go. Share screen, share screen. Windows. No, wrong one. Don't forget also to vote in the poll. Coffee, tea, water, or all the drinks. All right. Lol. Exactly. Maybe that's a pen name for me. D Dobbs. Could be. Yes. The one and only D Dobbs. Love that. All right. 1. Save your work. Even though I haven't done any work on it. I'm just save. 2. Make sure you take a sip. Cheers. 3. Straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure that you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Mm.
Okay. So this is I'm trying to figure out layouts, whether or not I want like a section up top and then four squares. I mean, four squares per page for the days. So the days would be confined to like one of these squares. And I don't think I like this layout idea. And so then I was trying to decide if I'm going to have long ones, which I think is what I want to try for this month, whether or not I want like a section up at the top for like notes and habits and priorities for the day, or if I want it at the bottom. I mean, or I could do both and have just like a truncated long version, a long box for each day. I don't know. So it's like, of course, I'm not doing this with a ruler now. This would be the delineation. So I would have, I don't know. This is why I usually have to like start so early for like what I want, because I always have to make decisions and I hate making decisions. But I know I don't like this. So I know this is going to get erased and redrawn once I figure out what I want in terms of like how things are laid out. But I did finish the larger calendar and monthly like sections. So I've got my quote page and mini calendar cover page. Then I've got the larger calendar events and tasks stuff. And then I can start in on the weeklies. And that's what I'm having to figure out is how do I want really long days? And just like a section for notes and habits for the whole week up top? Or do I want like per day sections? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I should just like, I don't know. This is the problem with moving the camera. Moving the one camera that you have set up. Please ignore my messy room. It needs a clean. And it's Monday, so that's what I'll do after the stream. But yeah, so not quite sure what I want to do with that yet. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Scrolling. Don't forget that was the second sprint, so self-promo away. Let's see. One of the reasons your protagonist loves coffee, other than her pulling many all-nighters, is to make her feel more grown up. Yes, this is also an aspect of drinking coffee that young people seem to admire. Young people. You bequeath the name D-Dobbs to Diane. With much gratitude, I will ponder it henceforth. Yes. Okay. So The Dream Guy, Becca's next book, comes out tomorrow. Here is the Amazon link for it. Excited for it. Monique's internet blipped out for a few seconds. Oh no. Welcome back. Tessa says, hi, Funky. Funky says, hi, Tessa. Diane says, I'm torn on using a pen name or not. I have one chosen name, but if you put it under your real name, it comes up with so much on Google. Only it's not about art and writing, and you don't want to confuse people too much. Gotcha. That makes sense. But I don't know how to start all over with a new name. Yeah, that is the thing. Like if you have become professionally known as one name, it makes a lot of sense to continue with said professional name. And it is hard choosing a pseudonym for sure. Pen name, pseudonym. Hold on. Overthinking in the background. Believe me, I am there with you in terms of like pen name. Monique says chapter 11 is done. Woohoo! Excellent. Excellent. Diamond says, I love the journal. It looks really amazing, especially the flowers and the gold. Yes. Yeah, that was one of the things that that I knew was that I would have to have some gold accents because a lot of these stickers have gold accents from this particular pack have gold. So I know that gold suits these colors. So, but thank you. I'm enjoying it. Diamond says, also finding your texting stories for today. You're going to relax on the last sprint. Nice. CB got 758 words. Excellent. Megan took the dogs out. Fantastic. CB says, quote, my name is Rufus. I'm the 14th apostle. I was sent by God in death to give you a choice, Mr. Stark. Interesting. Okay, so we have a figure of death that is separate. Okay. If you want to see all that Megan does on the web, here you go. Here's Megan's link tree. CB says, oh yeah, self-promo. Links are in the basic info section of my YouTube channel. Becca is still editing the 90-day video, but making progress. Marcella spent the whole sprint brainstorming with ChatGPT. I asked it to write a scene with these characters just to see what it would come up with, and it's way too on the nose. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Stacy says, I'm listening to Karen Reed to the Karen Reed trial and filling out paperwork. Okay. Diane also got a fresh cup of coffee. Yes, please don't forget to vote in the poll. Funky Sai would also like to promote this spelling of DDobs, DEEDOBS. Funky, lol. Tessa says, my phone is ringing nonstop with spam calls. I worked on some prompt writing. There is a national registry of, like, don't call me. And sometimes that helps. Sometimes it doesn't. If you put your name, I know we put our parents' names on it because my mom still gets plenty of spam calls. Funky says, Tessa, glad to see you writing again in whatever form. Funky also says, Diamond Jackson is the most amazing name I've heard this century. Stealing it for a character. Excellent. Diane is like, again, has this song stuck in your head. Who let the dogs out? Tessa says to Funky, yes, I'm not ready to go back to working on other projects. The prompts are hard enough for me, but I'm working on them every day and trying to make it a habit again. Gotcha. CB says, let's call it hashtag endgame fix it with a Dogma movie twist. Sounds fun. Diane gets spam text now. I get spam through, I've been getting a couple of spam texts, but I've also been getting like spam through my WhatsApp. I have WhatsApp so that I can talk to the friends of ours who are international at the moment. So, yeah. Elizabeth says, I'm having a vacay day. You burned yourself out over the weekend. Oh, no. So reading only today and planner stuff. So that's what you worked on. Excellent. Good. Yes, we need a break every now and then. Okay, let me go ahead and end our poll just so we can see what's what. Ooh, okay. So it's very close. It's very close. Coffee has won for 37% of votes. All the drinks had 34%. Tea had 17%. Water had 10%. But coffee versus all the drinks. Coffee just edged out all the drinks. So that's what we're going with is coffee, apparently. Tessa is already on the national registry, and it doesn't seem to help. Your info is on the web, and it's only gotten worse. I'm sorry. That's frustrating. CB says, if I don't recognize a number that has phone or text, they get blocked. Yeah. Diane has been getting political spam texts. You're betting someone signed you up somewhere. Ah, yes, I would probably, yeah. You have to stop buying spicy things off the Silk Road. Right? Uh, yeah. I don't think I have ever done any. To my knowledge, I have never done any spicy, any illegal, any fun things, according to some people. Um, Too much of a scaredy cat. So, CB says if they call persistently or call the house phone, the first words out of my mouth are warning. This number is protected by the telephone preference service. There you go. I've also heard, and I warned my mom against this again today, that if they ask you, is this so and so, you are not supposed to say yes, because chances are, if it is a scam caller, they are recording you and they will use your voice saying yes as acknowledgement to things that they are going to do later. So you're supposed to go back to, in order to counteract that, you have to go back to the more formal, this is she, this is he, this is they type thing. Or just that's correct. So no saying just yes or no for potential scam callers. Marcella says, for this sprint, I'm heading back to the docks proper. Hopefully this will get me to flesh out more scenes with those characters. If not, I'll fill in other scenes. Excellent. That's a good plan. All right, let's save. Sip. Cheers. Funky just hangs up. Yes. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, how was that? Did you enjoy that sprint? Did you get something done? I decided on a general layout and went and penciled in all of the weeks so that I can go ahead and just like do all the weeks at once. So this will be the general layout for each of the weeks. I've got a section for priorities up there at the top, just a general list of the weekly priorities. I've got sketched out, I don't know if you can see it, but it's in pencil at the moment, a tracker for reading habits. So I have Monday through Sunday across the top because my weeklies generally start with Mondays. And then I have how I'm reading. And so I have physical, ebook, web, graphic novel or manga, and audio, because those are generally my top. Audio's way down at the bottom for a reason, but generally those are sort of like how I read. And so I wanted to sort of track and try and improve my my reading habits again, still, as always. And then over here, I have my regular writing habits, or writing and other habits. So my regular habit tracker and reading specific habit tracker. And then I've got this big gold center so that I can have a background for one of these like flower bouquet stickers, and kind of have the gold popping out from underneath. And then I have the gold circles for the daily. Hopefully one of my pens will be able to write on top of this. I didn't think about that before I laid down the watercolor, but that's how we're going to figure it out. And I've gotten a longer section for the daily tasks, and then a section for either. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use this bottom panel. It may be for writing specific. It may be for health specific. I'm not entirely certain how I want to use it, but it's there separated from the normal tasks so that I can utilize it should I want to. This could also just be for like something positive for the day, or maybe the tarot card or the oracle card for the day. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But yeah, so this is going to be the general layout, and then I'll decorate it with stickers because I love stickers. So generally, let me put down my paintbrush so I don't get it everywhere. So I have some of the stickers have repeats. These are the smallest design generally. So I've got 2 sheets of these. Then I've got, okay, so there's the other one, the one I've been using. I've got 2 of this sheet. There we go. So I've got some with quotes that I may utilize, some that I may decide not to. Not real sure. Anyway, so I've got 2 of these. They've got some bouquets and bees and flowers and stuff too. And then I've got, you can tell I've used most of these. Here's the general layout of that sheet. And then I have 1 or 2 of these. I can't remember. And I don't know where the other one is. But anyway, so sort of general theme is just flowers and butterflies with gold. So that's where we are. And this is definitely not dry yet, so I don't want to like turn the page and like have it stuck. But there's the May calendar and task list. Here's the quote list, quote and cover page. So that's going to be the layout. So, okay, let's see how you're doing. Let me move the camera up so that, again, I only have 1 camera, so I don't have a setup where I can like just toggle between cameras, but it works. So, let's see. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Your first question for those potential scammers is, may I ask who's calling, rather than confirm. Yeah, that's also a good idea. Second words are, the person you're attempting to deal with or scam is a disabled person. That might make some of them more eager, though. So, R.A. Morley, hello, loves. Hello. Hope we're having a magnificent day. My day has been very nice so far. Very nice, must say. Elizabeth says, if I don't feel like talking or I don't know who it is, I'll just say she's not available right now. I've had too many scam calls with spoofed numbers. Like that. Most of the time you don't answer or just hang up. Yeah. Yep. Francis says, instead of writing my action scene for murder mystery number 2, I figured out the skeleton plot of mystery number 3, including some really good red herrings. Ooh, love that. No words for this nano, though. Still missing 8K. It's okay. You have done a lot. And you have gotten, I think you've had several days this month where you worked on a couple other stories. So I would say add in those numbers that you got for this month and see where you're at there. Diamond loves the gold. Yes. So I got obsessed because of Plant-Based Bride and the gold that she tends to do. And so this is the Fine Tech Pearlescent colors, and they have different sets. It's a watercolor. So they have ones that are colored, and then like with a gold in them, but this specifically is the gold palette. Gold. And then the last one over here is a little bit, it's more of like a white with a cup. It's more of a silver, I would say, but it goes from like sort of coppery to bright yellow, and then sort of like a, I don't know what you would call that one. Pearl? I don't know. But anyways, you can tell which one is my favorite. Thus far, my favorite is that brighter yellow gold. So, but anyway, yeah. So I got influenced by Plant-Based Bride and found these on sale finally. And this was a while back though. So Becca says, got all my footage in. Now it's just down to the details, music, extra graphics, etc. Still a lot to go, but you're finally seeing the end. Nice. Excellent. Good. Stacy says, still listening to the Karen Reed trial and filling out paperwork. This is some next level. Well, this is sort of like a meditative art process as well as journaling. So I find it acceptable. Sometimes though, there are some months where I'm like, this takes way too much time, like way too much time. But I like it. So pretty. Yes. I've been excited about it. Thug says, good morning. I know I've missed it, but I wanted to say hi and boop the thumb. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Marcella says 237 words in the document proper, and bonus, it did involve the minor antagonist. Fantastic. The gold is stunning. It is. I love it. I love it so much. Elizabeth says that's gorgeous. Yes. I'm excited. Diane is signing up for Ream and Wattpad. You know you're late to the party. It's okay. Whenever. Whenever you need it, that's when you get it. So it is. It's very pretty. And I did a couple of things with it last year, but nothing that I was like really super impressed with for myself, just because my skill levels are meh. So I decided to go something that like borders and circles I can do. Borders and circles I can do. So yeah. You love them. Thanks for showing them. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. Cool. A wizard is never late. Blah, blah, blah. Exactly. Thug says to Diane, let me know you're on Wattpad as Terry G. Aust. Not your legal name. Good to know. A queen is never late. Everyone else is simply early. Yes, there you go. Waiting on your majesty, right? Yeah. I am pleased with it. I am also still kind of obsessed with Nora Roberts' mantra. Um, and I know I've read it before, but I just like, for whatever reason, I guess in this period of life, it is hitting a bit closer. But yeah, so that's the quote page for today is the Nora Roberts. Stop making excuses and write. Stop whining and write. Stop fucking around and write, which I just think is funny. And she takes her own advice. So always a good thing. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Maybe I'll go for a walk, let this dry a little bit more, and then finish. Finish it off. Do some more. Do the other 4 weeks. So, Funky Sai says, I have to tell myself that all the time. Exactly. Yes. Yes. Yeah. It is the thing. Funky Sai says, thanks for the stream. You're welcome. You're welcome. Don't forget to save, y'all. Make sure you save your documents. And I will not see you tomorrow unless I see you in the chats. But I will see you on... Oh, quick question before we go. Because I have not created any thumbnails for May streams. Do you like the quotes? Quotes? Do you like the polls? The polls. Do you want the polls to continue into May? That is the question. Elizabeth says, I like Nora Rivers' quote. I'll have to apply it. Right? Yeah. But it's like, she is so prolific that it's kind of impressive. And it's kind of encouraging that she also has to remind herself of that. Right? Doc says, to be honest, I haven't been there in a couple of months, but they also have prompts and contests. Oh, Wattpad. Okay. Becca and Funky and Elizabeth says polls, bring it on. Yes. Okay. Good to know. Thank you. All right, y'all. Thank you very much. Stacey says, I don't mind the polls, but if it's a lot of work, I don't mind dropping them a lot. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I just have to remember to set them up right before the stream because YouTube doesn't keep them around. So, all right, y'all. Thank you very much. I will see y'all soon. Don't forget to save, stretch, sip, do all the things, and have fun. Bye.